Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. And today we're playing Mario Party, the first. I keep calling it Mario Party 1, but it's really just called Mario Party. I'm just so used to saying, oh, I'm playing Mario Party 2, I'm playing Mario Party Superstars, I'm playing Mario Party Advance. No, for the first time in 22 years, I'm just going to be playing the original, plain old Mario Party. But just to get some news out the way, some recent arrivals. Not that I'm a big collector, so it's not every day I get new things to add to my selection of equipment. I've got the Genesis Classic 2. No, excuse me, the Genesis Mini 2 is what this unit is called. The original Genesis Mini came out a couple of years ago. I ended up getting it from Best Buy. This came out sort of in the height of the mini console craze. You had like the NES and Super NES Classic Edition. Now I've had this original one for years, and I had it since 2020, and I only opened it a couple of months ago because I was considering playing this version of Tetris to go with the coverage I did of the launch of the Artemis 1 Space Launch System rocket, which ended up being a dud, and I didn't end up playing this anyway. I ended up playing NES Pinball. But this console, the one from 2019, 2020, this is more of a general audience, mass market sort of selection of Genesis games. The ones on this second one, the Genesis Mini 2, it's really more of a connoisseur's collection. The more the really hardcore or Sega fans, more little bits of history like Crusader of Senti, which is kind of like Genesis's answer to Link to the Past to an extent, which goes for hundreds of dollars now, is on this. I actually got this specifically for, let's see if I do have the box here on my layout, for Super Locomotive. This is one of the very first railroad-themed, train-themed video games. It's not quite a railway simulator or a train simulator, but it's the first train-themed video game that I've ever heard of, and it was an arcade exclusive since 1982. The M2 who did the emulation for this, they actually programmed a Genesis version of Super Locomotive. Now, unfortunately, I was very disappointed. Well, even though, I'm grateful there's finally an official home release of Super Locomotive, but this game came out in arcades in 1982, and it was one of the first video games to have a licensed soundtrack. And unfortunately, they had to reprogram a very similar sounding song, but it's not quite the original. I might have to play the original soundtrack to the arcade version over the Genesis version, but it was either make a sound-alike theme or relicense the music, and they probably didn't have the budget to relicense the music for the Super Locomotive. I know I'm the only person, even in the reviews I've seen of the Genesis Mini 2, no one even mentioned Super Locomotive. I'm like the only, 80% of the reason I got this Genesis Classic 2 was for Super Locomotive. They're only doing the North American version of Genesis Mini 2 in relatively limited batches, and it actually shipped, I bought it off the US Amazon site, but it ships directly out of Japan. They basically only did limited quantities of this for English-speaking audience, really for the super hardcore Sega fans and Genesis fans. You're not going to see this unit right here in Best Buy or the like, which is how I got this one. Now I can turn off the Super Locomotive. Now I was a Sega kid growing up, but I had Game Gear. Actually, I happen to have my cartridge right here of Sonic the Hedgehog on Game Gear. This is the adapter to play this in the Mega SG. Now, the Genesis Classic 2, the Genesis Mini 2, ships with the 6-button Genesis controller that came about in like 93 or 94. I have a Genesis, please focus camera, thank you. Yeah, I have a Genesis, a pad, an original Genesis controller I use with the Mega SG, but I mostly play Game Gear games on the Mega SG because that's where most of my history with Sega is. Game Gear was my first system back in 91. The Genesis Classic 2 chips with the older version of the 3-button controller, which has the red inlays for the 8 directionals on the D-pad, and the red inlays for the A, B, and C buttons. But this is cool because now I have aside from just being able to use it with the Genesis Mini 2 or the original one, and I do like, notice this is the Genesis 2 is of the redesigned version. I have strong nostalgia for both versions of the system. Seeing it at friends and relatives' houses back in the 90s. I could set these aside now. But the nice thing is that now I have a Genesis pad with USB on the end, which I can, if I ever, I've always, thus far, I'm very proud to have been able to play all my games so far in a manner that reflects their original release history. Down the line, certain games, emulation solutions are going to have to be resorted to, but for now, every game I've played is in line with the original release history. Like Mario Party, like, yeah, it's a digital version, it's an emulated version, but it is a part of its official publishing history. Now, I never thought I'd be able to play Mario Party on an HD console natively without using some sort of FPGA console or something like that, because for years and years, Nintendo has avoided releasing Mario Party on the Wii or Wii U virtual consoles, because Mario Party had a lot of minigames that you had to rotate the analog stick rapidly, which which players found the easiest and most efficient way to do that was to use the palm of your hand on the surface of the controller and rotate it that way, which caused a lot of kids and college students back in 1999 to end up with blisters on their palms. But when Mario Party Superstars came out, and they brought back a couple of, if you see in Mario Party 2 and 3 and so on, they never did those stick rotation minigames again. But in Mario Party Superstars, which had a collection of minigames from all throughout Mario Party history, they did bring back a couple of those stick rotation games, the big disclaimer on the instruction screen for the game saying not to use the palm of your hand. And I was like, wow, I'm surprised they did that. But even then I didn't consider that would lead to them re-releasing Mario Party, which I have not played since 2000. I never owned it back then. I'd rent it. And so, we're going to get started with this properly by looking through the manual. Now, when a new game would come out at Blockbuster, a new rental game, for the first couple of weeks you might be able to get the manual, but eventually people would rent the manual and just not return it. And I don't remember if I ever actually saw the manual back then or not. I know I did rent this game very soon after it came out. So, I love doing reading the manuals for games. There's a lot of stuff in the manuals. Like, there's lore in Mario 64 about Bowser having transformed Mushroom Kingdom citizens into the monsters that you find in the paintings or something to that effect. Things I never would have remembered. So, I got the manual here. And I also have a magazine. I have a Nintendo Power and an Expert Gamer, both of which I did read back when this came out. I remember the Expert Gamer coverage more than the Nintendo Power coverage, but let's start with the manual and get into the gameplay. I have not looked through this. I just opened it up to make sure it would run right. So, holding the N64 controller. While playing the Mario Party game, we recommend you use the hand position shown on the left. By holding the controller like this, you can operate the control stick freely with your left thumb. Using your right thumb, you can easily access the A, B, or C buttons. I don't know, it's just... Like, I remember at Shoshinkai 95, there were some examples, like diagrams of people holding the controller using the middle analog stick in the right hand and then the D-pad in the left hand. I don't think any game's ever used that. So, the lore of Mario Party. Mario looked around and smiled. Throwing a party had been an excellent idea. It had been a long time since they had all gotten together. All his friends were there. Luigi, Peach, Toad, Yoshi, even Wario and Donkey Kong. They laughed and talked about all the adventures they had shared in the past, but what was there to do now? The conversation turned to their dreams for the future. Amazingly, they all envisioned the same thing. To become a superstar upon whom everyone in the world could rely. Then Wario asked, "Which one of us is the biggest superstar?" "I am, it's me," they all shouted. The gang couldn't come to an agreement because they each wanted to be the best. They needed to prove once and for all who truly was number one. Suddenly, Toad had an idea. Isn't a superstar someone who helps others when they're in trouble? Everyone realized he was right. Then Toad told them about a warp pipe in Mushroom Village that could take you anywhere you wanted to go. Surely there were people on the other side of that pipe who needed their help. As they all ran as fast as they could to Mushroom Village and jumped into the warp pipe, but none of them knew what exciting adventures awaited them on the other side. Character introduction. All these characters want to be the true superstar. Choose the one you think is most deserving of this honor and help him or her achieve that goal. Mario. Everyone would agree that Mario is a super guy, but he certainly can't match the strength of Wario or Donkey Kong. Can he overcome his weaknesses to become the #1 superstar? Luigi. Maybe Mario's younger brother has what it takes to become the ultimate superstar. He's smarter than Mario, but can brains overcome brawn in this contest? This is interesting. This is pre-Luigi's Mansion Mario. Their defining characteristics for Luigi is he's being smarter than Mario. Peach. Princess Toadstool has been antagonized by Bowser for ages. Perhaps her proven bravery will allow her to reign as the supreme superstar. Donkey Kong. DK is definitely the most powerful of all his friends. If he relies on muscle, this ape will win hands down. Okay, it's funny. They keep talking about strength. And like Wario, he's certainly more cunning than the rest and strong to boot. They talk about strength, but in Mario, it's not like Mario Kart where the characters actually handle differently in terms of their acceleration and drifting and whatnot. In Mario Party, all the characters, they look different, but physically they handle the same. I mean, how fair would it be if Donkey Kong was actually stronger in mini games? It could lift, it would just throw the game too much. But Yoshi has adventured with Mario since he was a baby, full of energy and rich experience. Perhaps Yoshi has what it takes to achieve superstardom. Here's the controls. The flow of the board game. Man, imagine such a day and age in which there was actually a flow chart to explain how to play Mario Party. The goal of Mario Party is to collect the most stars in the various adventure boards. The key to winning is to earn more stars in 50 different minigames and buy stars from Toad before your rivals do. Select the number of players, board game map, number of turns, determine turn order. Player 1 breaks the dice block. An event will occur depending on what space the player lands on. Players 2 through 4 take their turns. After all have moved, a minigame will begin. Man, this is I feel like I'm reading through the guidebook for like how to play the Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game or something like that. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so this is pretty... There's nothing too interesting here. This is pretty much... light play, 20 turns, about 1 hour. I found these estimations for how long the board games take to play very inaccurate. If it says 1 hour, I'm going to assume it's going to take 90 minutes or 2 hours. Full play, 50 turns, about 2 or 3 hours. Choosing characters, deciding computer skill. And look at this. I forgot this map here. I don't know if this is just for the manual or if they actually made this map in the game to explain how the different blocks work. Now, types of spaces: blue space, gain 3 coins. Red space, lose 3 coins. Blue minigame space, a 1-player minigame starts. 1-player minigame, that's something that didn't really... They got rid of 1-player minigames after Mario Party 1. In Mario Party 2, they reworked the idea of 1-player minigames into the item collection minigames, where you could try to get a different item that you could use, add to your inventory to use on the board game map during your next turn. But then those went very quickly. It's just you try to get a game, an item, and that's... But here they actually had a full-fledged single-player minigame. This is one of those adjustments they made very quickly in Mario Party 2, just a year later, in order to make it so that the board game, that the flow was faster. I remember, even at the time, I remember a lot of the reviews saying, you know, it takes a long time between turns. But I think it's good to have a little bit of time between turns, because if you're in an actual party environment, you want time to grab a bite of your pizza, to go get a soda from the fridge, or go take a leak real quick if you need to. Yeah. So, adventure board descriptions. DK's Jungle Adventure. Go exploring in jungle ruins. Womps and doors block the many junctions. You can only pass if you have enough coins. Peach's Birthday Cake. We've been playing that a lot in Mario Party Superstars lately. Now, it's going to be interesting because they've rebalanced Peach's Birthday Cake, the way certain mechanics work, in order to fit into a setting where... Like, there's certain things unique to each Mario Party game that only apply in that game. And on all the different boards they sort of had to homogenize some elements of the boards a bit. How Peach's Birthday Cake works in this version is a bit more cutthroat, but also a bit more forgiving in different ways. Hey, Kalaka Boy, happy Wednesday. I see you there. Yeah, we're going through the manual for this game. This is the first time I've played this in 22 years. And, yeah, we're talking about Peach's Birthday Cake here. Yoshi's Tropical Island. This map is also in Mario Party Superstars. Wario's Battle Canyon. I don't remember liking Wario's Battle Canyon. My favorite maps were Peach's Birthday Cake and Mario's Rainbow Castle. I might have played Yoshi's Tropical Island once or twice. I don't think I ever played Luigi's Engine Room. This board is set in the mysterious Engine Room. Steel doors block many of the junctions, and players may only take paths that are open. Now, it's funny, these boards are all themed around the characters that are playable in the game, but Luigi's Engine Room, that's a bit of that pre-Luigi's Mansion Mario lore. Because the idea that Luigi's like a coward or is afraid of ghosts, like if they made a Mario Party map themed around Luigi now, it'd probably be like a haunted mansion or something like that. They decided to come up with like DK. He's a gorilla. He's a jungle. Fine. Peach's Birthday Cake. She has that association with cakes from Mario 64. Fine. There's Yoshi's Island. So Yoshi's Tropical Island. Wario's Battle Canyon is, Wario, I guess he's seen as more combative. Luigi's Engine Room. I don't know where the idea of Luigi Engine Room, I don't know where the connection is, but Mario's Rainbow Castle. Take a magical trip to the castle in the clouds. I don't know what that quite has to do with Mario. There's the minigame land. Minigame stadium. So here's just maps for the different modes. Oh, item introduction. Now, this is interesting. This is something they did not bring back from Mario Party 2. A variety of items which can be used in games. Now, the idea of items that you buy and then use within the game at will at the start of your turn, that's something that came about in Mario Party 2. What they're talking about here, if I remember correctly, if I remember how this works, is you could buy items that would then randomly appear in the board game maps as you're playing. So there's the plus block, receive the number of items sown. Speed block, a dice only rolls numbers 8 through. Warp block, minus block, you lose coins. Yeah, and another thing, this Mario Party game has an extreme emphasis on the loss of coins. Like Mario Party 2 onward, they made it more about earning coins in minigames. And you can lose coins through like the Battle Royale events that would take place if players land on certain spots. Here, you got basically what would happen is, if I remember correctly, you would win coins if you won a minigame, but if you lost, if you were not the winner, you would be deducted coins. You would be docked coins after the conclusion of the minigame. And there was also an emphasis on being able to steal coins from other players during the minigames, and those coin theft themed minigames that did come back from Mario Party 2, they sort of reworked them so that they weren't about stealing coins. And because of the extreme emphasis on coin loss, which was never brought back again, by the time they went to Mario Party 2, they ducked the more cutthroat elements. But Mario Party 1, you do get a 10 coin bonus for completing a lap around the board to make up for the extreme loss of coins. Now we have different coin boxes. This is coin boxes, is the coin box you start with. Lucky Box, receive 10% more coins than you had at the end of a game. Casino Box, when you win a game, get twice as many coins. When you lose, you get half, so you can wager here. Special item, Game Balls. What is Game Ball? Lets you play games in the mini house, even if you haven't found them during board game play yet. Seeing which game ball comes out of this is, it's like a instead of gumballs, it's game balls. You get to play a random mini game. I understand now. Okay, so types of minigames. This is unique. Oh wow, they actually list all the minigames here. That's interesting. But, okay, bonus games. Games in which you can get more than the normal 10 coins for winning. Even if you miss, you don't lose coins. The most you can get from Memory Match is 10 coins. Success games. Games in which you get 10 coins for clearing. If you miss, you lose 5 coins. In Pipe Maze, you don't lose any coins for a miss. Yes, yeah, that's interesting. They're saying bonus, success, chance games. If you win, you get coins from the losers. When you lose, your coins get stolen. Yeah, they got rid of that for Mario Party 2 onward. 2v2 games, in which the winning team gets 10 each, the losing team lose 10 each. Racing games, which the character would finish first wins 10 coins. Even if you lose, you don't lose coins. Point game. Games in which the player with the highest score gets 10 coins. If several players have the same score, they all get coins. Survival games. Yeah, it's interesting to see how they sort of... Okay, and here we have the famous notes section. So here's okay. Let's see how this turns up. Okay, so here's the Mario Party issue of Nintendo Power. We'll be looking at that later, but for now, I think it's time to get into the game itself. Now, this is the first time I opened this. I booted this up a couple of hours ago just to test the audio levels. But this is the first time I'm booting this up since the first time I played Mario Party 1 since no later than mid-2000. That was my Halloween evening. I mean, the way my apartment building is... Now, look, there's a warning on top saying not to use your palm to rotate the stick, but did I see anyone wandering on custom? Not really, because I just stayed home after. So we're going to let the intro play out. I have not heard this music in so long, but I remember it clearly. But yeah, once Mario Party 2 came out, I did not I think I rented Mario Party 1 a couple more times, and it's funny how just a year later they came out with Mario Party 2. Part of the rush for that might have just been to get a Mario Party game out that doesn't have the stick rotation games. But one thing yeah, I liked both Mario Party 1 and 2, but 2 I just enjoyed more. I thought it was maybe better balanced. I liked the minigames a bit more. So even by like 2002 or 3, I thought back on Mario Party 1 nostalgically, like, man, Mario Party 2, yeah, I still rent that, but I haven't rented Mario Party 1 in so long. So here it's... Yeah, Mario Party 2 is just sort... What the heck? Why is... Hold on, why does it say Pokemon Puzzle League? There we go. I put the wrong layout on my stream deck. Good thing I noticed that, because it said Pokemon Puzzle League the whole stream. Why they're all arguing, claiming to be the superstar. Yeah, so I pre-balanced the audio, so the game shouldn't be drowning out my mic, and my mic shouldn't be drowning out the game. Just each of you... Now, for my own personal audio, it's like barely above a whisper. Trying to not have a flatlined audiogram by the time I'm 40. Does it take only strength to be a superstar? Wow, that Wario model... These models are a lot blockier and more sort of almost puppet-like compared to the Mario Party 2 models. I don't feel like waiting. I'm done. Okay, we know they go in, they jump into the warp pipe. But look at how... This is such a plain-looking title screen. It's so interesting. 1998. It's funny, they don't have the 1998-1999 title screen. Choose where you want to go. Now, let's see what we've got here. Mushroom Bank. Obviously, we can't buy anything yet, but let's look at what's in the shop. Wow, I start off with 300 coins. I forgot you start off with 3... Well, I didn't forget. I mean... Mushroom shop. What can I get for 300 coins? Wow, it's so creepy almost how this music, like, I haven't heard this music in decades, but it's still, like... Wow, I could buy the plus block. This reappears randomly, you get the number of coins shown. Minus block, this appears randomly, you lose the number of coins shown. Speed block. We can afford... Why, that's cool. Mecha Fly Guy. This counts how many times you rotate the control stick used in the minigame house. Record. This is the record for the jukebox. Talking Parrot. This parrot is good at mimicking characters' voices. It lives in the option house. Okay, so we can't buy the extra coin boxes now. I guess... I don't know, like... These items almost would imply that they're different files, but because you're playing theoretically 4 players to a cartridge, you just, I guess, collectively earn these items as you spend coins on them. Let's blow 200 off the bat on the speed block. Let's do it. Leave the shop, yes. Also, notice how this was back when they had more liberty to create variations on... Look, this is like... Look, it's a non-standard Mario character. They probably would not allow that these days. Now, I meant to go to the bank to activate the items we got. Yes, let's use our items. You're using... Okay, that's a normal coin box. Spears randomly. Let's take it. Now let's go into the actual... We'll play through... This is going to be a super long... Let's play through half of a 20... Let's have them explain the game rules for us. Hello everybody, you're going to head out into adventure after this. Before departing, let me make the object of the game clear to you. The object of the game is to become the superstar. To become the superstar, you have to collect more stars than anybody else. Collecting stars and other rules will be explained after this in the board map, so let's go to the board map. I remember they made a unique map for this. Yes, they did make a unique map from this, and I remember being annoyed that you cannot use this map, because it's sort of a generic, unthemed map. It's not themed around any particular character. And that's part of the reason I like the marathon mode, or the, I guess they call it trial mode in Mario Party 2, is that you can play minigames on a little sort of no-frills, gimmick-free map with a focus on minigame. It's a bit more like, the most similar to a realistic board game. First, we decide turn order, hitting the spinning dice block to make a number appear. The highest number goes first and the lowest number goes last. So, I'm not playing this, I'm just mashing through this, by the way. Fourth is Yoshi. Yeah, they did make a unique map for this. And then the game starts, let's get going. And yes, the actual map is just a static, it's just a texture. It's just a giant, like, .png file. Number of spaces shown on the block. It's the blue coin, you get 3 coins. Luigi. Red space, you lose 3 coins. 3, 4, 5. Minigame stage, if you land here, a 1-player minigame starts. You can get more coins in a minigame. I'm just looking at how blocky Koopa Troopa is there. This is a happening space. You find that a variety of happenings occur here. Different things happen here depending on the map, so the surprise is half the fun. After all the players move, the minigame begins. When the space, when you land here, a chance game begins. Oh, yeah. Chance time! Where friends are, where many a friendship had died back in 99 and 2000. Or 98 if you were living in glorious Nippon. This is a Bowser space. When you land here, Bowser appears. And Bowser actually does steal stars in this. In Mario Party 2, Bowser, there are things on the Bowser roulette that say, like, star steal, but Bowser will just run away. Yeah, there's only one way you could actually have a star removed from the game. Like, you could steal stars from other players using Boo in Mario Party 2, but you can only lose stars in the map, in the board game play, in Bowser Land, which is the hardest map in the game that only unlocks at the end. And only if you land on a bank space without any coins, they will confiscate a star instead. That's the only way you could lose a star in that game, if I remember correctly. The poison. Alright. This is the player panel. Okay, there's... Yeah, I think this is going into even more detail than Mario Party 2 did. 1v3. Yeah, Crane Game is one of those games that's about stealing coins from other players, and they reworked it in Mario Party 2, and they didn't rework it very well, frankly. The way they reworked Crane Game in Mario Party 2 practically made the game pointless. They shouldn't have even included it. Alright. I wish I made a save. I don't know why. Yeah, okay. And that's when one thing, when in Mario Party 2, you could stop. I guess I played that a lot on stream. When you stop the game, you actually have the option to save a board game in progress and get back to it later. This Mario Party game does not have that option, if I remember correctly. Only Mario Party 2 onward had that feature. Alright, let's do it for real now. Depart for adventure. And, I would always, whenever I had the option in like Mario Kart, Mario Party, or whatever, I'd always play as Luigi. Choose the 3 characters that the computer will control. I'd always go with Mario, Peach, and Yoshi. Yeah, I saw some, Dia de los Muertos art on Twitter that someone in my circle of people I follow, posted. They actually made it for 2020, but, they weren't able... It was for an event they were going to, and the event got canceled because of the pandemic. Said all easy, all normal, all hard? Yeah, let's go to all hard. Let's choose what map you want to go to. Let's go with... I kind of wanted to... I don't know, Mario? Let's see, what are the single star... I don't know, I just want to go with... The first map I ever played in a Mario Party game was Mario's Rainbow Castle. So let's go with... And yes, I did set it to hard. I know I'm asking for heck. But... I need to make this entertaining. Are these things okay? Yes! They're okay. We'll play through 10 turns, and then we'll read the Nintendo Power issue that covered the launch of Mario Party. And then we'll play the other 10 turns and call it a stream. In this game, the Pro Controller does vibrate. Welcome I'm so... Looking at Mario and Luigi, the characters are so, like, jagged and polygonal. It's so fascinating how much the presentation, the character models improve between Mario Party 1 and 2. The castle you see from here was once a beautiful castle called Rainbow Castle. But the rainbow disappeared, and even the name Rainbow Castle has been forgotten, which is why the name Rainbow Castle was on the map when I selected it. But with your own hands, you must reveal the shining Rainbow Castle once more. I have one piece of advice in the castle. Toad may change places with Bowser. Now then, let's decide turn order. Come on. Hey, I like being in the middle too. Not in the... I like... strategically, you'd like to be first, but I like being second or third. Back in the 90s, I would always feel like I would always get third. I would think to the point where I thought the game was rigged to always make the human player go third. That will be the order of turns. Last, a present from me. 10 coins for each of you. I hope they will be of some use. And I will need them, because I'm probably going to get my butt kicked. Let me show you where to find the first star. Now, if I remember correctly, Mario Party 1 had less of an... Like, even by Mario Party 2, there was more of an emphasis on the star changing locations. Now, there are different elements to randomize... There's an element of chance to whether or not you can access the star when you get to that point on the board, but the actual location tends to stay static on the map from what I remember, but then by Mario Party 2 they made the star changing locations be more of a standard feature of maps. And note, wow, I forgot, yeah, the other characters, they're like tiny size when it's not their turn. Like Mario, yeah, Mario and Luigi, like Yoshi there, and now like Peach. Yeah, they turn into little mini low poly sprites, and I guess the idea might be that they're supposed to be like actual board game pawns or something like that, like little playing pieces. Alright. 4-player game. Hey, Balloon Burst. I have... What is this game? Okay. Alternate between pressing A and Z to blow up the Bowser balloon. B can be used instead of Z. I don't know why. I always, even as a kid, I was like, why make it be A and Z or A and B? I was always sort of. Now I know the timing for this in Mario Party 2. Oh, this timing is definitely different. The timing here is definitely different than Mario Party 2, but I'm still in the lead. Oh, or I was. I don't know if I am now. Come on. Okay, I still won. Finish. Yeah, the timing for that is definitely different in Mario Party 2. See, look, now... Okay, so I got 10 coins. So this isn't one of the mini games where other players lose coins if they don't win. Huh. Hey, so Yoshi gets to go again. Yeah, I didn't really realize until Mario Party 2. When I played Mario Party 2 on the Virtual Console on the Wii, when it first, like the day Mario Party 2 hit the Wii Virtual Console, I downloaded it, and it was the first time I'd played Mario Party 2 since maybe 2001 or 2 at the latest. And I was like, wow, and I was so used to Mario Party 4 on GameCube by then, I'm like, wow, the maps are just giant static image files with the polygonal character models just sort of walking around on top of it. And mind you, I played Wii on a CRT, a standard definition tube set television. And it wasn't even a flat screen CRT, it was a curved screen, old-fashioned tube set. And even by then, I could see like, wow, like, yeah, I did not realize sort of how they did. And it wasn't like, oh, it looks so bad now. It was kind of like, cool, I could see how they did it now. So 1v3 minigame. Bowl over. Yeah, this is... Okay, so this minigame... the players that get hit by the... In Mario Party 2, you get to bowl with the player with the shell bowls twice. And... they have to knock over all 3 other players to win the game, and they just get 10 coins. And this version, you only get to roll once. You only get to throw 1 ball, and the players that get hit actually... Hey, posture check. Well, looks like I was on point. Maybe posture check isn't the most thrilling redeem, because I guess my posture's pretty okay, and I didn't really even think of that, because all the posture checks have generally been pretty on point with it. What was I getting at? Oh yeah, the fact that the players that get hit, the player with the ball actually gets to steal some of their coins. And in Mario Party 2, they made it more like all 3 players have to get hit in order for the one player to win. So what you want to do is try and... So even though Yoshi didn't knock over any of us player characters, just the fact that he knocked over a couple of pins counts as a win for him. You hoping to see Sodor lore readings? Stories from the island of Sodor will be incorporated into the stream. I'm just trying to figure out how to best... yeah, it's not gone forever. Sodor lore readings is not gone forever. But I'm just trying to figure out different ways I can include stuff. I have to rework. I'm just reconsidering certain aspects of the stream to try to figure out, you know, how to maybe get a few more viewers in here. Not that I don't appreciate the audience I have, but, you know, I wouldn't mind growing a little tiny bit. Though it is nice being able to do whatever the heck I want. And not have to think, oh, if I spend 4 hours playing in television games, is my bottom line, am I going to be able to pay my bills just for playing the game I actually want to play, instead of playing, you know, a game that I'd like to play, instead of the game that people want to see. So, move and jump. click without the light bulb. Yeah, so this is a cooperative 4-player minigame. This minigame never...
Ready, go!
So we have to protect the player with the bulb. Oh no! I'm possessed. Oh, we all lose, I think. Yeah, I forgot. Mario Party 2 and I don't remember. We all lose 5 coins for that. Wow. I don't know if there is any such thing as a 4-player cooperative minigame in Mario Party 2. I'm seeing I haven't thought of that minigame in 20 years, and it's weird being able to say that without exaggeration, but yeah, I can't think of many 4-player Uh-oh, Bowser. Bowser's... Oh, yeah, it's an actual... So everyone who doesn't win loses 10. If you don't get more than 90 points, Bowser will steal your coins. Careful, careful. So this is the original version of Facelift. You're playing it with Bowser's face. It was kind of a parody of the Mario 64's title screen. Oh, I almost forgot the eyebrows. I don't think I could get it more pixel perfect than that. I have to get above a 90 to not lose coins in this. I love how the backdrop actually says Super Bowser 64. Win, 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 and lose. So, I get nothing. I don't win it. I didn't win anything. I just win not getting my coins. Oh, Kalakaboy is saying that they ordered the Mega SG yesterday. They were still available. You know, I'm glad you were. I'm glad that things have calmed down enough that if you did want to get in on that last run of the Mega SG, it was yeah, you bit. Yeah, like you bit on it. Like you bit on that deal. I understand what you mean. It's, you know, typing stuff. The context filled in the gaps enough. But yeah, I'm glad, because I know getting analog consoles can be a bit of an adventure, with that slightly grim expression on the face of you know, trying to scrambling to Oh wow, so she's still sick from the mushroom in the previous turn. Interesting. Handcar Havoc. Now, in the Mario Party 2 version of this game, you can't... In this version, you could actually... Yeah, in Mario Party 2, you have to tilt the handcar, but it's only to make the cart go faster. In this version, if you don't lean into the corners properly, you will actually flip the cart over the track and lose the game.
Ready?
Or be disqualified. Oh, what's this camera angle? You can't... You have to show... The camera angle isn't showing which way to... Sometimes it's showing like a side view and I can't tell which way I'm supposed to be leaning? Whatever just showed up in chat, I'll see it in a second. Oh, we're definitely in the lead. We're definitely gonna win. Okay. Whew. Yep, I hope years later Analog suddenly says I'll make the consoles again. That would be nice. But they still have that... Oh, oh, doesn't suddenly. Okay. I was gonna say, like, how egalitarian of you, but, I don't... They've done, like, between 3 and 5 runs of the Mega SG and Super NT, so I'm guessing... And they do have that upcoming, TurboGrafx, FPGA system, and more runs of the Pocket. Yeah, so every time a character encounters Toad or Bowser, it swaps, and Bowser will sell you a useless item. Yeah, it takes you to a different screen just to give you the 10 extra coins. And little tiny things like that that sort of slow down the game a bit, they avoid things like that in Mario Party 2 and onward. Oh yeah, I forgot it's free to steal coins in this game, and it happens instantly. You don't have to pay, and it happens instantly. There's no mini game to protect you from. Okay, so this is our first single player mini game that we've seen. Find leader of the Boos. I guess it's the first one to move. Okay. And I think you can lose mini games in these. Ooh, what happened there? Did they drag Mario to the Netherworld? Gee whiz. Say hi to the sandworms for me. Yeah, you'll have to, if you could get an 8-bit DOE Genesis controller, but what I just use, because I've been playing Mega SG since my first ever game I ever played on stream was with the Mega SG. I just use the regular corded Genesis controller. I don't know what your setup's like, because I have all my equipment right here. I have my monitors, my computer, and my systems, my capture card and all that. If you're playing on an actual living room setup, then the wireless solution is definitely worth investing in. But for me, I'm right here. Might as well just plug it in. I don't have to worry about charging it up or the battery or anything like that. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or you can go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're definitely going to even the way the characters move just seems so slow. But yeah, I got an 8-bit DOE Super Nintendo style controller to use with my Analog Pocket, and the D-pad went bad on it. And yeah, my D-pad went bad on it, and it's like, really, I've been heard nothing about 8-bit DOE controllers, and my D-pad goes bad on it. And it's like, okay, I might as well just... Yeah, now I use my Switch Pro controller with the Analog Pocket, which I do need to... Mario Bandstand. Be part of the bandstand, conduct with... and play with A. So, okay. I haven't played... This version's slightly different than the Mario Party 2 version, I know. Hey, there's a Piranha Plant in the audience. Awesome. Wow, the music is definitely better in the... Definitely better in Mario Party 2. This sounds really bad. Wow. Yeah, they definitely improved this one in Mario Party 2. What? Okay. At least I didn't lose coins, but... Jeez. Hold on, I have to think for a second. Okay, we're on turn 6. I haven't been Yes, I'm using a big D12 to keep track of. So in 4 turns... Oh, wow! I did not realize... Save after every turn. I did not realize you could save in Mario Party 1. I guess I only noticed that feature in Mario Party 2. Make controller settings... I guess set all the players to computers. I thought... See, those are both features that I thought were added to be able to set all 4 players to computers. I thought that was a Mario Party... something they added in Mario Party 2. I thought that, being able to save mid-game was a Mario Party 2 thing. Oh. Why am I... Okay, I'm clearly... Why is... I can't do anything right now. Why is... When I press home, it takes me to the home button. When I press select, it goes to... Yeah, it's not... It's not letting me do anything. Reading a lot of people are leaving Twitter. Twitters will be charged $8 a month for account verification, is Clackaboy saying. Will the new owner affect your Twitter usage? Even before... well, first off, I'm surprised Elon Musk actually went through with buying Twitter. I thought, like... Isn't he busy, like, colonizing Mars or something? Like, I'm not hyped up. Like, I'm not a fan of him, but I don't make... I don't know, there's some people who seem really proud to show how much they can't stand this guy. I don't like him myself. The fact that paying for verification... I don't know, it seems like, given the things I've heard of Elon Musk complaining about, I would think that paying for verification would be something that would make some of the problems Elon Musk has already complained about even worse. But, I can't... Let's create a restore point. Yeah, for some reason, I do not understand. Oh, you know what? You know what? I think I just... Did I... I think I soft-locked myself out of the game somehow. You know what? If I Did I somehow disconnect my own controller from the game when I went into the start menu? Hold on. Yo, I think Hold on. We're gonna have to try something. Hold on. We're gonna have to restart the game. We're gonna have to restart the game, and we're gonna do our first turn. But yeah, even before Elon Musk purchased Twitter, I was already kind of avoiding it. Like, basically, everything that's on my Twitter, which is twitter.com/STSH, everything, like 90% of the stuff on there is stuff that's just automatically forwarded from Tumblr, which is also could be a toxic garbage website. I just use it for posting train videos and blogs and stuff. So I know, and Twitter's even worse. Both, like, social media in general basically functions like a slot machine to bombard you with material. It's like, instead of pulling the handle and trying to line up 3 fruits, it's just, oh, you keep scrolling and see if something appears that amuses you for 3 to 10 seconds. And if it doesn't amuse you, you spin again, and if it does amuse you, you spin again and hope you get more of it. And of course, it's tailored to give you more of the same type of stuff that you've already positively interacted with. So it refines the systems more and more to give you more stuff you're likely to interact with and perpetuate their business cycle. So for me personally, I try to use social media without it using me, and for the sake of my sanity, I've kept my Twitter activity to a relative minimum, so it really doesn't affect me too much. So we gotta go through this again. Wow, I got the same result. I'm going third. so let's... Settings. Save settings. Save after every turn. Alright, so let's see. If when it's my turn, let's see what happens. So it let me... Of course, I got a poison mushroom first turn. Slot car derby. Yeah, this is a mini game I never was good at in my entire... This game is just... Mini games impossible for me. Like, in Mario Party 2, like, in Mario Party 1 and 2, and the single-player sort of quest things, whenever I got to this game, that was basically just the end of my progress, and the CPUs are set for hard, so I have even... Not to just be negative and complain, but it's just... Now, I had an actual slot car set like this as a kid. Me and my brother, we had it set up in the basement, and I have to put the dog upstairs and lock him out. Because if we'd play with this, my dog would freak out and be like the kids are playing with witchcraft. Someone stop them. And he'd bark at us and attack the toys. So we have to lock him upstairs. Oh, like, what kind of sense does that make? Okay. And yeah, that minigame's really hard, but... And I set all the CPUs to hard, so... Still sick from the poisonous mushroom. So at the start in... Okay. Oh yeah, it saves after every turn. So... But it'd be even faster if I just made a... Okay, so this is a minigame that appeared in Mario Party 2 as well. Yeah, so this minigame appeared often in Mario Party 2. This is the first time I played this version of it in a long time. Oh my goodness. I think I'm... yeah, I can't say... No! Like, I would have made that jump. The game just locked out my controls because everyone else already crossed the finish line. That was me using my Mario Party 2 muscle memory to play that game, which is all I have to go off of. Because I've been playing Mario Party 2 on and off since 2007 or 8 on the Wii. Whereas for Mario Party 1, I have not played since 2000, so... Oh yeah, that's what I meant to do. I have to select... Creates a spend point right there. Alright. So how about if I go load suspend point. So if I go ahead and controller settings. Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. I must have set Luigi's controller 2 instead of controller 1, because I only have one gamepad attached. I can't press start. I can only open up the game, like, emulation menu. So I effectively, that's what happened last time. I basically just soft-locked myself out of the game. Okay, so now that I know not to do that again, now I could go into the menu, load restore point. before I deliberately bricked it pretty much. 1, 2, 3. So the stream's gonna go on probably like 15 to 30 minutes longer because of me accidentally doing that. But, yeah, I did not want to lose the 3 coins on that one. So here's Crane Game. So this is a coin theft minigame in this version. And the way they... In Mario Party 2, they make it just so that the other player... The player just chooses if they want to go for one of the treasures or for a player and steal their coins. And in Mario Party 2, what they did it was the computer player has to collect all of the human players or the other character players, and then the other treasures you can collect were replaced with just clocks to give you more time. And it was kind of, honestly, just kind of ruined the point of the game. I think it's a minigame they shouldn't have brought back if they're gonna remove the coin theft aspect. So Yoshi gets to play a single-player minigame. Now, even as a kid, this minigame messed with me. Now, similar situations to this where you have to spot the first one to move. But it's like so precise in this version. Like, see, I wouldn't have... That's not the one I picked a different one than Yoshi, but I still would have lost. If I get that, I don't know, I can't... Man, the character portraits sure are pixelated compared to Mario Party 2. And that's another nice thing, is that now I'll be able to do Mario Party or Mario Party 2 now. I have the option for Mario Party or Mario Party 2 because both hit the Nintendo Switch Online today. Is now I'll be able to play Mario Party 2 without needing to go and set up the Wii U just for that. And by set up, I mean just switch the HDMI cord from the Switch dock to the Wii U. I will be getting out my Wii U next month in December. I will be playing a Wii game. I'll be using the Wii U, so I gotta get out my... Yeah, I'm just thinking of where I'm gonna put the... Yeah, I don't know how... Yeah, I've got my Wii remote. I know where the nunchuck is. I have a pink nunchuck. I don't know, somehow I lost both of my... I think when I moved back in 2017, somehow I lost my white nunchucks. I had to get a pink one from a used game shop. Okay, this one... They turned into... No, they didn't turn into a dual minigame, but they... The Bob-omb has come. They say that like we were expecting a Bob-omb. No, the Bob-omb has come. Pass it to someone with A before it explodes. Oh, wow. Okay. So in Mario Party 2, you have to like catch it, and catching the Bob-omb and passing it are... You have to catch it with B and toss it with A, I think. Yeah, not having the command to catch it. Yeah, not having... Oh, it's the first... Oh, okay, it's first player out. It's first... Because in Mario Party 2, they made it... It's an elimination game where it's last player standing. In this one, it's the first player... Only one player loses, the others all win. It's a different little balancing things like that, or what I knew would be the most interesting about playing Mario Party 1 after all these years. After being so used to Mario Party 2. Chance time! Even as a little kid, I was so amused by, like, that voice sample I always found interesting. Uh-oh, I'm involved with this. Neither of us have stars, so we lose or gain nothing. Just wanna... Okay. So in 5 turns, we're going to pop open Nintendo Power for a while, and then we'll play the second half of this round. So I could steal coins. I'm gonna steal them from Mario. Actually, no, I should have stolen from... If Peach is further ahead, I had the option to look at the map. I should have looked at the map first. But I only stole like 4 coins. In Mario Party 2, you can steal a lot more. Oh wow, I get to play a single-player minigame. I remember this being kind of rare, even Whack-A-Plant. Jump on the piranha plants that come out of the pipes, then knock them back down. Get coins for each one you jump on. Advice, you could reach the furthest flowers with a long jump. Hold A to do a long jump. Okay. I'm not sure if you could actually get hurt in this. It's... I like how they're using the, yeah, they used the sound effect from Mario 64. Yeah, I don't think I'm at risk of, wow, I got 27 coins. Man, what a game. I'm just totally turning the... I don't know, that's almost too generous of a game. You'd almost rather... Like, if there was some risk to getting chomped by them, but I don't think they were able to harm me at all. I was just stomping on them. Piranha Plants, once again, if anyone's unfamiliar, are some of my favorite Mario enemies. And there's a story I keep telling. I was at Best Buy, and I had the chance to get a Piranha Plant amiibo for like 13 bucks. And I was like, nah, I'll get it when I come by after my next paycheck. And I came back the next week and it was gone. I never saw one in person again, and now it's like the Piranha Plant amiibo is like 40 doggone bucks. I'm like, darn, I should have got it then. Because there are other Piranha Plant figures, but none are as nicely detailed as this Smash Brothers Piranha Plant amiibo. And the Piranha Plant is honestly one of the only toys or figures I would ever spend money like that on. Cannons are aimed at the floating island. The island bobs and tilts with the waves, so don't fall in. If a cannonball hits your island, your head spins and you can't move, so jump the moment it hits to dodge. And they have not... Let's see how this version of the minigame plays. I'm so used to the Mario Party 2 version of it. Hold on. Clackaboy saying, I found a Garfield and Friends YouTube page. They have doing a live stream of all the Garfield holiday specials on Never Ending Loop. I'm going to be able to play the Thanksgiving Garfield special from this YouTube page. I'm definitely... I don't know, I'm too busy to probably just casually watch it. But as far as running it on my stream, that's probably not something I would do. Though, no spoilers, no detailed spoilers. But I have been considering a Garfield-related video game for my stream in the future. Spoilers, I will spoil one thing. It is not the infamous meme game Garfield Kart. It's a different Garfield game I'm considering playing. I won't say whether it's retro or vintage or modern, but I will say it's not Garfield Kart. But yeah, I will be. I do intend to play my first Wii game in December, I guess I'll be playing it alongside Pokemon. How did I lose? How did I fall off at the last second? Doggone. How did I fall off at the last second? At least I didn't lose coins, but gee whiz. All I did was not jump around for those last... You know why I was jumping around? Because in Mario Party 2 at the end, they shoot a big bomb at the end that tries to knock everyone out at the end, and this version doesn't have that. So I was jumping in anticipation of that, and I ended up falling off the island at the last moment, after all the cannon shots had already been fired. At this rate, I'm gonna get stuck having to, I'm gonna get stuck having to, deal with Bowser. This Bowser steals you a fake star. Okay, so 6. Yes! Good, good. Now Toad is back. Alright, I'm probably about to have coins stolen from me, but only a few. Because it's the, and there's nothing I could do, it just happens. Mario Party 2, at least there's a little mini-game where you jam the A button to make Boo go away quicker. But he steals far fewer coins in this version. I am so glad I did not land on Bowser there. $1v3 or 2v2? 2v2, wow. Bomb skit ball. What's this? I mean, it sounds like some kind of basketball. 2-on-2 bomb skit ball. The first player team to score wins. Plus B while jumping to shoot. And no, I'm not gonna practice. And I remember back in when I played this, I would do a lot of practice. I'd practice 2 or 3 times for each minigame, but. Doggone. Oh, man, that camera, gee whiz. No, Bowser time. Now, I forgot. They're different. Is Bowser Revolution... I don't think Bowser Revolution came about until... So, only the winner. Everyone wants to be number 1. If you're not number 1, your coins will get taken. Gotta focus on this one. I'm definitely in the lead. I'm not even looking at the balloon, I'm just looking at the pump. Okay, I win. Everyone else is gonna lose coins, but I don't get anything, but everyone else loses. Okay. And I'm in the lead for getting to the star next. And of course I have to land on a red... Oh, I might end up in a 2v2 with Peach again. Oh, I hate this minigame. If you... No. Actually, no, this is different. This is a totally different minigame than... Okay. So I've got to... rotate to reel in. Okay. One of those stick... our first stick rotation game of the day. So theoretically... Yes, and I did end up on a team with... Huh. Yeah, I'm rotating the stick. Okay. It's amazing how fast... You know, I guess... Yeah, I guess I'm not playing against other human players. I guess there's not as... Peach, what are you doing? What are you doing, Peach? Where are you going? What are you doing? Oh, okay, there she is. Please, Peach, please. Do things that make sense, Peach. Don't be silly. Why are you being silly, Peach? She dropped it. She's stunned for a while. Wow, that stun lasts for a long time. Oh, she's out for the game. She's done. She's not coming back. Yeah, I did not realize that it was that brutal. And the fact that you could save your game just changes everything, honestly. I forgot that was ever the case. I did not realize that was ever the case with Mario Party 1, that you could save your game after each turn automatically. No, because I remember with Mario Party 1 keeping the console on overnight so I could come back the next day and finish a game. And meanwhile, I could have just saved. I remember that being a particular reason I liked Mario Party 2 more than Mario Party 1, because you could save your game. Alright, this is a minigame I forgot ever existed. A 1v3 minigame. Move, cannon, shoot. Lose your balance on life. Okay. Oh, I missed him. What does it take to... Oh, come on, so how many direct hits can I get on this guy? Okay, he won. I felt like, from the looks of it, it looks like he was just taking, like, hit after hit. And I lose coins for that. Wow. Alright, so after this turn, after we play this next mini game, we're gonna go and take a brief stretch. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna take a little quick stretch, and I'll sit down and read some Nintendo Power coverage from the launch of this game. Okay, so we're getting Facelift a lot, both the Bowser version and the normal version. Well, I mean, it's always with Bowser's face, but the Bowser version of this game actually is the one where you're playing to not get coins taken. I think I'm about as good as I can get.
Finish.
So Mario wins. Okay. Alright. So, at that... So I'm going to take a little, just a couple minute stretch break. This is going to be a quick one. And then when I come back, we'll crack open Nintendo Power and look at the launch coverage of this game. Hello, and welcome back. Now, we are gonna go and read Nintendo Power number 117 from February 99, which has Mario Party as its covered story. I don't know if there is this is much coverage before from before this, like leading up to this, but Game Boy strategies. So this is like, I think, pre-Game Boy Color. So we're gonna actually, let me see how this looks on, okay, this looks okay on screen. So this is what was going on contemporary with. You have some Ocarina of Time art here. We'll show, or okay, yeah. Some of these, this last one I think is a spread, and there's the information card, a cut above the rest. We're talking a small chunk of change here, just $19.95 a year. That's 12 jam-packed issues dropped right at your door, giving you the edge you need to become a legend in your own time. 1-800-255-3700. You know, it's amazing, because they used to use this number. Nowadays, this number is basically just for tech support, but back then, they did basically everything but game tips. Like, I remember once I wanted to know what Pac-Man games were available for Nintendo systems, so I wanted to get some kind of version of Pac-Man, because I was big in my game history stuff, and retro vintage games weren't as easily accessible in re-release digital form, or even disc, or cartridge form, so I had to find out, this is pre-internet, what Pac-Man games were on Nintendo systems. So I called that number right there, 1-800-255-3700, and I actually talked to a Nintendo telephone operator who gave me a list of all the Pac-Man games on each system. Ended up getting the Game Boy version. Now look at this, let's see what this is an ad for. Oh, it's an ad for Mario Party. Now I wonder if there was any sort of legal ramifications, like conflict of interest type stuff, or any certain disclaimers they had to make for advertising, because this is a paid advertisement for their ad that's in their own magazine. Because this is an ad that would have been able to be run in any magazine Nintendo paid for. It's kind of interesting how they go for this grimy, like there's a pizza box on the floor, you know, there's popcorn and crushed up soda cans on the ground, frozen pizza, nasty nachos, and high caffeine soda, and that's just for appetizers. Welcome to Mario Party, an all-night bash where you choose your favorite Nintendo characters, then battle it out against your buddies on 6 adventure boards on 54 Oh, okay. This is supposed to be a spread. Instead, I was reading. Yeah, I wonder why they go for this nasty party atmosphere. I mean, I'm guessing in some of the college, you know, dorm parties where this was played, it kind of Mario Party. Now this isn't an ad anymore, this is the actual coverage. Where have all the merrymakers gone? They're right here, having multiplayer fun in Mario Party. This is anything but a black tie affair. This anything but black tie affair starts on page 12. So okay, I thought that was going to be the actual cover story. So here's some of the other stuff that was going on here. The gold standard. Okay, this is interesting because Nintendo, this is actually owned by Nintendo. So they were like, I remember reading like a letter someone sent to Nintendo asking about the Super Famicom in the late 80s or early 90s, like before the Super Famicom like was released internationally as a Super Nintendo, and basically the person from Nintendo lied to them, saying that there was no such thing, because like the official policy was to deny that a new Nintendo system was coming out until Nintendo of America officially announced the Super Nintendo's release information. So the gold standard, I read somewhere that there are differences between the gold pack and the regular version of Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, other than the color of the cartridge in the box each one comes in. Can you please tell me what the difference is? And look, it's GJ, and it's interesting because they're sending these questions in via the internet, because we're at a point where you can't necessarily, even with internet access of the 90s, find out this kind of information. And the response is, what you read is false. The limited edition gold game pack contains exactly the same as the gray version. The only differences are the packaging and the color of the cartridges. We know that is objectively untrue. Like, a lot of the gold cartridges, I think, had Ganondorf bleed red blood at the end, and then the regular gray cartridge had, they changed it to green blood, like he was a zombie or something. Hold on. Okay. I'm just looking at... Oh no! What the heck? Okay. Okay. I'm looking at on the left. I wanted to pre-read these because I read something that should be slightly spicy for Nintendo Power. But okay. Alan Piper via the internet. Zelda is the best game on the face of the earth. Anyone who says otherwise should be hit with a Deku stick or have a Deku nut thrown at them. And then Nintendo, the editor says, in the interest of equal time, here's a reader who should prepare to be nutted. I think they knew what they were kind of getting away with there. So Tim Nelson via the internet says, I rented The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and discovered that the 3D perspective could become annoying. Instead of having the traditional overhead Zelda view, it had a view like Super Mario 64. I felt like I was playing another 3D adventure game. That's interesting. Hey Einstein. In Star Fox 64, Falco replies to your friendly fire with, Hey Einstein, I'm on your side. If the whole Star Fox team is from another galaxy, how does Falco know about Einstein? Brian Hayes via the internet. The editor responds, because the game's programmers and writers are from this galaxy, Einstein. Gee whiz. That's a little spicy. Here's the top games here. So Pokemon is already out at this month. Yeah, James Bond 007. I think the Mecha Kong play this here on Twitch, and the James Bond 007 game kind of struck me as, it's not a tie-in with GoldenEye or anything like that, and it's not a color game, so I kind of actually thought that game came out earlier in the 90s, but it came out rather late in the black and white Game Boy's lifespan. Alright. So here we go. Here's the cover story. The Olympics. Final Jeopardy. Monster truck extravaganzas. They're all mere child's play compared to the biggest showcase, brains and talent and stamina of 1999, Mario Party. Party for 4. Roll the dice and take a chance at becoming a superstar at the hottest party in town, Mario Party. The board game where you collect stars in a challenge for the ultimate prize in Mushroom Village, Superstardom. Where this pack excels, and they keep saying pack because it was always Nintendo of America policy since the NES era to refer to the games as game packs, game PAK rather than cartridge, because cartridges were sort of associated with, oh, that's that old Atari terminology. Let's call them game packs instead, and that was really more for brand disassociation with previous generations of video games. Really for the sake of not having the retailers get cold feet who had been stuck with a lot of unsellable game systems after the early 80s game console market crash in North America. So Warp Pipe. So this is really just kind of a overview of the basics of... This is kind of stuff we already looked over. This is really stuff that's straight from the manual. Not word for word, but... I mean, they would have had the manual to reference, of course. Mario. all-around hero of the Nintendo universe. Luigi is not only fast on his feet, but he's quite bright to boot. In minigames, he can counter on to leap far in situations where getting there quickly means the star. Yes, they're using all this language like Wario. The only character stronger than Wario is Donkey Kong. His size and brute force make him a formidable opponent when minigames require a little hands-on action. Now, yeah, they're using all this language as though the characters actually have certain advantages in terms of how they control, and that's not the case as far as I'm aware. Now, one thing I find interesting is that in the manual, minigame was spelled MINI-GAME, but in Nintendo Power, also from Nintendo of America employees, minigame is spelled just as a single word, minigame. And only someone with a background in writing copy like this would probably care about that. So red and blue space, chance time. Alright, so this is all pretty standard. It's just explaining the different maps. I don't know, I've seen some... Okay, so you have a background of some of the... A description of some of the mini-games. This is going to be unique from the manual. Or different from the manual. Desert Dash. Imagine cross-country skiing in the sweltering heat, and you've got the Desert Dash. You must work with your teammate and move your feet together if you want to cross the finish line for coins. Handcar Havoc. This isn't any Temple of Doom, but the principle is the same. Tear down the track at top speed, but when the car comes up on two wheels on a corner, push the stick in the opposite way so you won't fall. Alright, so we just got this pretty simple, just overview a lot of the... Oh, I think they're... Yeah, they actually have strategies for all the different minigames. Enter to win. Mario Party Look at this art down here. I wonder if this is... Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder if this is stock art. Yeah, they commissioned this art specifically for this ad here. Huh. You supply the people, we'll supply the fun. Grand prize, a Nintendo 64, and a Mario Party game pack for N64, plus 3 extra controllers, $100 for pizza and soft drinks. So now they have this specifically say soft drinks. They don't want to promote a consumption of alcohol in Nintendo Power. 3 extra controllers, 50 for pizza and soft drinks. Alright. Okay. And we're only like a quarter of the way through the magazine. Let's scroll through here with a little bit more speed. Oh wow, Rayman 2. Okay, so when we come... Someday I'm going to play Rayman 2 on stream. I want to play that on stream eventually, not necessarily N64 version. But when the time comes, we're... so now we know which Nintendo Power to look in for Rayman 2 coverage. You have this wrestling game. I wasn't big into... I went to a couple of in-person local pro wrestling events. More colorful than the food in the lunchroom. Wow, yeah, imagine actually getting served food that nutritious looking at a doggone. Oh, this is an ad for Game Boy Color. What's bluer than the mystery meat? More yellow than nuclear gelatin cubes. Redder than the lunchroom lady's lips. New Game Boy Color. It plays old and new Game Boy games in a smorgasbord of tasty new colors. Classified information. Yeah, this is back when codes in video games were still a thing. F-Zero X, Glover, Nightmare Creatures, Savari Zone cheat. Oh wow, okay. So here they're actually saying how to use the Seafoam Islands Safari Zone cheat. They only talk about so Beetle Adventure Racing. This is a famous game. One of those games you hear about when you hear about N64. Vigilante 8 this is by I think this is by Rockstar if I remember correctly. Oh wow. Oh, it was some Ocarina of Time coverage in here. Oh, is this how to do the trading sequence? How to get different masks? This is... Wait a second, have I been... Okay, I just saw that there was a second page down here. And I was like, wait one doggone second. There's no way I scrolled through, accidentally missed half the pages in this magazine. Okay, here we go. Alright, we're good, we're good. Snowboard Kids 2. Someone ring up Pete. Castlevania for N64. The only thing I know about this game is the Angry Video Game Nerd coverage of it. I still have yet to play a Castle... Oh, Magical Tetris Challenge. I rented this one once. Yeah, I rented this when it came out. Snowboard Kids 2 coverage. This is one of those games... Snowboard Kids 1 is one of those games where I came close to almost renting it several times and then just didn't end up doing it. So here's a puzzle game, Hexite. Yeah, okay. There's some coverage of Hexite. I thought it was an ad at first, but... Yeah, the Turok 2 side-scroller for Game Boy Color. Now, I think this came out before the N64 version. Oh, here we go. And to think some people collect stamps. Okay, you've started collecting Pokemon, and you're on your way to becoming a master trainer, and you want to catch them all? How do you do it? Grab a Game Boy link cable, grab a friend, hook up, and start trading. Yeah, hook up. Yeah, that has different connotations now than it did at the time. It's that simple. So what are you waiting for? And no, I don't have... Yeah. Yeah, this was a two-page spread, so the effect would have been more, Legend of the Sea King. Following the wake of the fishiest Game Boy title yeah, there's Legend of the River King, and then there was a sequel for Game Boy Color. I remember seeing the ad for Legend of the River King in EGM in their handheld gaming special, Counselor's Corner. Where was the long shot? So this is just where they'd have tips for games. How do I... Yeah, so they even this, like, so this is 98? So you think, oh, they're still doing coverage for Super Nintendo games, but this is the same year that Kirby's Dream Land 3 came out on Super Nintendo. So there was still some, there was still some, I guess, interest in N64, Super Nintendo coverage. We're almost at the end of the magazine, I think. Okay, so... Pokemon Link Cable Special. Yeah, this is deep in the heart of Pokemania right here. Yeah, we're gonna be definitely looking at a lot of stuff like this when we finally get to covering the original Shadowgate Classic. Now, this is a game I was interested... I remember the coverage for this game. It looked very interesting, but it also looked very cryptic. And the reason I was interested in this game, I remember seeing similar games to Shadowgate on PC, in my friends' houses. Yeah. Alright, that looks like we're almost... Oh, the actual reviews of the games. Mario Party, a 96 megabit cartridge, 1 to 4 players simultaneous, 6 boards, 50 bonus games. The graphics are a feast of color in 3D, with some pre-rendered backgrounds. With some, meaning like the main board game maps. Yeah, that's. But anyway, the variety of the board games and bonus games give players a lot to look forward to and experience. Play control. Play controls vary greatly in the bonus games according to the many activities players take part in. Most of the games are simple enough to learn in a few moments. Game design. Creating a board game in a video game format isn't new, but the interactivity of the mini bonus games... It's funny, they're calling the mini games bonus games here. That's interesting. Satisfaction. Granted, as Mario Party seems young, but the variety of play, particularly as a multiplayer game, makes it suitable for all ages and skill levels. As a one-player game, waiting around for computer-controlled characters to move can make the party seem tedious. Sound is upbeat and lively, with plenty of special sound effects. The use of voice is quite limited. Comments. Scott, if you have a group ready to play, it is great. Rich, a great 4-player game, but the replay value wears thin after a while. Henry, the mini-games are fast-paced, easy to learn, and full of variety. Jason, just like any party, it's only fun when a lot of people are involved. Todd, not enough depth. Todd doesn't sound impressed. He probably dragged the score down from an 8-something to a 7.9. Todd... Wow, actually, Henry gave Todd gave the game a higher score than Henry, but Todd sounded far less impressed. Other games. Wario Land 2. There's a regular Game Boy version that I think. I only played the only Wario Land games I played were the first one on the original Game Boy, Mario Party 4. Hexite, Legend of the Sea King, Pack Watch. Time travel possible with Game Boy Color. Nintendo revisits Super Mario Bros. 14 years after it was first introduced, Super Mario Bros. Will return to active duty on Game Boy Color. With the return of Super Mario Bros., a new generation of gamers will revisit an important milestone in video game history. And the first video game market created by Atari crashed in the early 80s. Several years passed before an upstart arcade company called Nintendo decided to try it again. With most people thought Nintendo was crazy to enter this dead market, but they weren't counting on Nintendo's secret weapon, Super Mario Bros. And the Nintendo Entertainment System. No home console had ever boasted the graphics and gameplay quality of the NES, and Super Mario Bros. Was for many players the first taste of Shigeru Miyamoto's magic. Super Mario Bros. Established the platform game category as the action staple of video games, introduced the idea of free-form play that encourages players to explore the game world and discover all its secrets. Mario, the hero of the game, became so popular he started TV shows and a movie and appeared on countless products. In fact, Mario became better known than Mickey Mouse. The Game Boy Color version of Super Mario Bros. Differs only in its graphic resolution and screen dimensions. Yeah. A new Tetris for a new millennium. Pack play. Yeah, it's Duke Nukem. Party with the Rugrats. Mario Party isn't the only board game style N64 game. Now, I loved Rugrats at this time, and I never played any of the Rugrats. I would have played the Rugrats game on the original PlayStation, but I just never saw it at Blockbuster, so I just never played it. Forecast release. Wow, okay. So, at this point, check this out. We've got... They're still listing Earthbound 64 as a coming release for Nintendo 64. That's interesting. Harrier 2000. Some of these I never even heard of. Game Boy Color. What? Conker's Pocket Tales, Winter 99. Oh, and look, 12 Tales, Conker 64. This is back when it was still going to be... Now, the awkward thing that happened, of course, is that the Game Boy Color spin-off that was going to... Conker's Pocket Tales actually came out as a straight-faced kids cartoon animal platform game. But then... 12 Tales Conker 64 got turned into Conker's Bad Fur Day, which was... Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. I was... Because of the way my layout is, I have my, the magazine PDF overlaid over chat, and I forgot to check my chat. I'm so sorry, Clackaboy. Clackaboy was saying that they're enjoying a deli sandwich, rotisserie seasoned chicken breast wrapped with mozzarella cheese. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna eat after the stream now. Now I'm hungry. And then Deja Vu and The Uninvited are also similar to Shadowgate. Yeah, so I have a sense of how long ago it was when we were reading that. I'm very sorry. And the funny thing is, when they switched Conker's 12 Tales, or 12 Tales Conker 64, over to Conker's Bad Fur Day and made it like a mature rated parody game of cartoon platformer games, it happened to be announced in the April issue of Electronic Gaming Monthly, so a lot of people thought it was an April Fool's joke. Alright, so let's get back to Mario Party. And not Pokemon Puzzle League, Mario Party. There we go. So let's, oh no, we're not going to. Why? Wait a second. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta figure this out. Okay. Alright, we'll just deal with that. I just noticed I accidentally reset something regarding the layout. Yeah, because Deja Vu, if I remember correctly, that got Deja Vu 1 and 2 got released as a combo cartridge for Game Boy Color. I remember that much. Now, I remember seeing the screenshots for Deja Vu and Shadowgate and thinking, like, wow, those are... I know they're still images, but those are really high-resolution looking digitized illustrations for Game Boy Color, for an 8-bit system. Okay, I gotta focus for this one. Bye, Yoshi. Ah, bye, Mario. I have a 50% chance now. Why did I... Wait... Okay, so Deja Vu never had Deja Vu 2 never had an NES version. And mind you, like, basically everything I know about that series is from the Nintendo Power screenshots I just scrolled past. So I just knew that these were older games that got ported to N64. I mean, to Game Boy Color. Another game I remember seeing in Nintendo Power and being very interested in but never actually played was Dragon Warrior Monsters, which was kind of a Pokemon-style game where you can recruit and raise monsters. It's basically Pokemon, but in the Dragon Quest universe. And they kind of did a similar sort of thing with the Monster Hunter spin-offs recently. And speaking of monster training games, you know what? You know what? Different parts. So these certain parts of this game have different resolutions. Like this, like the board game. I need to switch back to Mario Party. There we go. Yeah, Mario. Yeah, now that I'm thinking of it, Paper Mario did the same thing to me, where it kept switching the screen dimensions slightly, and it kept like sort of niggling at me, like, what is wrong with, like, I thought I set the layout right so there wouldn't be any black frames around the monitor. Hey, I'm actually going to get a star. Dun, dun, dun. The middle castle used to be called Rainbow Castle. It was very beautiful. Yeah, Koopa Troopa told us about it. What is this? Alright. Bowser Revolution. It's time for egalitarian redistribution of wealth here in Mario Party. I'm not going to make out good because I'm in number 1, but we all have 44 coins now. Alright, I just got to Alright, I dealt with that. Oh, and you, had a pumpkin pie bubble milk tea yesterday. Okay. You know, I had like a pumpkin latte at this like little coffee house. Yep, so this is a 1v3 tug of war. The player in the suit rotate to pull the rope. I've played this game in Mario Party Superstars and I would just instantly lose. Like, if I legit did it with my thumb, and it's just like you don't have a chance. You just instantly lose. You have... How could you not? Hey, Azurest. This is the first time since 2000 that I'm playing this particular game. You missed it earlier. I'll show you how I was doing it a little bit, but I was reading this I was reading this Nintendo Power magazine. Wait, where is... Okay, here we go. Yeah, I was reading this Nintendo Power magazine that had coverage. Well, actually, I know I have to zoom out. That's what's going on. Yeah, I was reading this Nintendo Power magazine that had coverage from when this game first came out. We're just scrolling through and like looking at the articles and stuff, but now we're back to playing the game itself. And we read the manual earlier on. Now, my next stream is not going to be until next Wednesday. I'll be busy this weekend, or else I'd be playing this game then. Yeah, this is one of those games that, like, you know, Friday night after my homework was done for the weekend, my parents would take me and my brother out to Blockbuster, and we'd rent a couple of tapes and a couple of video games. Usually we could get one video game each, and usually me and my brother would team up because we had PlayStation and N64, so usually we'd get one PlayStation game and one N64 game. And then we'd go to this little pizza place across the street from the Blockbuster, and we'd get a pizza to bring home. And this is one of those games that I played at the time as you know, one of those Friday night rentals. But just a year after this came out, Mario Party 2 came around, which was just a much better polish on Mario Party 2. I didn't dislike Mario Party 1, it's just that I very rarely went back to renting Mario Party 1 after that, so... Yeah, so this is one of the elements that they got rid of for Mario Party 2. This is a single-player minigame. And so Peach... I'm playing as Luigi, by the way. But Peach is playing this minigame all by herself. And this is one of those things that would slow down the game for everyone else playing. Because with the multiplayer minigames that, you know, like all 4 people are playing, whereas this, we have to wait till this one person plays. They reworked the one-player minigame concept to these much faster-paced item minigames in Mario Party 2. And so that's just one of those little examples of something from Mario Party 1 that they rebalanced for Mario Party 2 to make the game go a little faster. Let's see, where am I at? Am I going to... Yes, I will. I will take the -3 coins in order to get to the next star quicker. So Mario gets to the center. He has to encounter Bowser, who tells him a fake star. Yeah, it's a fake star that costs twice as much as a real one. And so I have to get to Toad next so I can buy a real star. And in doing so, I have to get to the center of the board to buy the star before another player beats me there, which will cause that platform to rotate and I'll get stuck having to buy a fake star from Bowser. Or before a player lands on one of the happening spaces, which causes the platform to turn automatically. Now look how huge these Koopa Troopas are. And it actually kind of reflects how Koopa Troopas are depicted in the Super Mario Brothers anime film from the late 80s. Which is up on YouTube.
Finish. Woohoo.
Yeah. Tightrope Treachery. Okay, Tightrope Treachery. We played that one already. That one's the one. It seemed I was playing as one of the players shooting the one on the rope. Hit the player in the battlesuit with your hammer. The person in the battlesuit must run away till time runs out. Yeah, so this is a coin theft minigame. It's the people against Bowser, who is me. Oh my gosh! Look at, yeah, the strategy here is to keep landing on the players so that they hopefully can't hit me. Oh my. Look how many coins I've lost here. Oh my goodness. I just lost like 40 coins, I think. Hold on, let's see what the results are. I lost like 15 coins out of that. Gee whiz. Yeah, all the coin theft minigames were definitely reworked or removed from Mario Party 2. The emphasis on stealing coins from other players, I guess they decided was a little too cutthroat for family-friendly Mario. Oh no, see Peach landing on that question mark? Now I want to stall. I want to stall now and let someone else get to Bowser before me. Oh no, and that's actually the worst possible result. I want to roll low now. Or if I had rolled a 9, I could have landed on the question mark block. So it's a little bit... Oh no, Mario, he took the left instead of going to the right. If he was playing with easy mode AI, because I gave all my characters the hard AI, they potentially might have... Hammer drop. What is hammer drop? Try to get the coins. Watch out, because... Okay, so this is... Yeah, this is, I think, This is the first depiction of a Hammer brother in... in the Super Nintendo era. Yeah, I think I got that one. I think the coin bag's worth either 5 or 10 coins. Yeah, Clackaboy's asking, I wonder why they never made a Zelda party game. I don't know, like, with all the cameo appearances that other characters from the Nintendo franchises made in Mario Kart 8, Mario Kart 8 is like 70% of the way to being like Super Smash Kart. And I guess, like, the Mario characters, there was already this established tradition of them going go-karting and playing golf by the time Mario Party came out. And playing tennis as well. So, I guess the Mario franchise just seemed more... And plus, with Super Mario Bros. 2, there was his tradition of playing as all four... as Mario, Peach, Toad, and Luigi. So I guess there was more of a different multiplayer context for the Mario characters by this point, so that's... And plus, I guess, such as it were, especially at the time, like pre-Wind Waker, I guess The Legend of Zelda was relatively more of a bit of a serious franchise. But by landing on that question mark block was great, because now I'm back in the... If I had to buy a star... If I got to the center of the board next turn, I'd actually be able to get the... Yeah, so there's nothing I could do for this. This is a 4-player a 1v3 minigame, but I have no control over it. So I'm kind of, you have to just scan your eyes over the pipe maze and hope that you drop the item in the right pipe. Oh yeah, they made, there's, Itagaki Street, I think it's called, or Fortune Street, is a board game by Enix. A board game, video game by Enix, where I think with an emphasis on, like, property trading or something like that, maybe a bit like Monopoly. There's not so much of an emphasis on mini-games, as I remember correctly. And they made, it was a long-running Japanese franchise, but they brought one game in the series over on Wii and just called it Fortune Street. And it had Dragon Quest characters and Mario characters. I intended to get the game, but it's like, who am I gonna play it with? I didn't have much motivation to play it, because I've never even played a Mario Party game with another... The only time I ever played multiplayer Mario Party was Mario Party Superstars Online. I never was actually, like, in a room with other people and got to play Mario Party. So, so I'm like, why bother buying more party games when I have no one to play them with? It's kind of, you know, maybe just being a bit of a realist at the time. And I didn't miss it too much because I haven't really thought about going back to try to rebuy it. And buying that second star, if I did not hit that question mark block in the previous turn, right now I'd be in a position where I'd be forced to buy a fake star from Bowser. So with 2 stars, I'm now in first place, which is nice. And I get the 10 coin bonus, which puts me back into having enough coins to buy another star, which is nice. Now there are no items in this game, so there's not like a gold pipe or a magic lamp or anything like that that could warp you directly to the star. This is another stick rotation game. These games are not that fun, honestly. Aside from the fact of the potential to actually draw blood as a result if you use your palm. There's also just the fact that yeah, like this is like it is so hard. Like I just want to show that I am legit using my thumb. And it feels like it feels almost impossible to play this game unless you're using the palm of your hand to cheat, I guess. Because when you boot this game up on Switch Online, it actually says, do not use the palm of your hand, use your thumb to rotate the joystick. So it's like, okay. Because I have a feeling, because that's one of the downsides, because on the plus side, like the Virtual Console, I don't have to purchase this game separately. I get it included with my Switch Online membership. On the other hand, I have a bunch of people start playing this game and just start damaging their palms again, and there's lots of pictures online of people, oh, my hand's bleeding from playing Mario Party. Nintendo could just pull this game and it's just gone forever again. And I'm shocked that they even put this on Nintendo Switch Online to begin with. So this is the final 5 turns rundown. Yeah, the coins are the spaces are worth double. And Mario Party 2, they'd actually have a character come in and predict who's gonna win, and whatever character they predict is gonna get, like, they get a few extra coins or something like that. And the prediction is random. Are there 6 games in this series? As far as numbered games in this series, they got up to Mario Party 10. And Mario Party 10 was on Wii U. And then the 11th game, they got rid of the numbers. They called it Super Mario Party. Then, and then after Super Mario Party, they made Mario Party Superstars, which I have played on stream a lot before. And then on handhelds, there was Mario Party Advance, Mario Party DS on Nintendo DS, and there was Mario Party Island Tour on 3DS. Then there was Mario Party, like, the top 50 or something like that, or the top 100, which is kind of a mini-game collection that was on 3DS. I got that game and only played it once. I actually got it for, like, a long train ride I was going on. to visit some family members. I ended up barely playing because I was just having so much fun looking out the window and riding the train the whole time. It's like a 12-hour train ride or something like that. And my thumb automatically went to the A to do the little mini game where you jam on the A button to make Boo go away, and I forgot, oh wait, this is Mario Party 1, and you only will take between like 3 to 6 coins, I think. Or at least that's what I've seen so far. So Bowser's Facelift. So we're gonna have to play a game to see who doesn't get coins stolen from them. Alright. Okay, so this... I don't think I ever won this as a kid, this minigame. I have to do the eyebrows. Actually, I think... Yeah, I think the eyebrows are actually maxed out there. I have to very... Okay, it should be perfect now. I should win.
Finish.
Wow! I pixel for pixel matched the image. Wow. Oh, wow. You got free peanut. You got some complimentary... You got comps and peanuts for riding Amtrak. Last time I rode Amtrak, it was like a day-long ride, but not... Yeah, it was a day-long ride, but I didn't really have a meal booked or anything. I just went to, like, the snack stand thing, and they gave me a little frozen DiGiorno pizza. Nothing to write home about. So all I want to do is just avoid getting hit. You only bowl with one shell in this version. Oh my goodness, I almost avoided getting hit, but I wasn't quite fast enough. And I lost 5 coins for my trouble there. Last 4 turns. And I think I was about 5 turns in before I accidentally soft-locked myself out of my session the first time around. And I had to restart the game. Alright, 1, 2... Hey, single-player minigame time. Let's do this. Slot machine. Ground pound. What is this? I don't remember a lot of what these minigames even are. Hip drop onto the flat top post. Try to remember which are flat and which are pointy before the butterflies land. Watch go if you look between the butterflies and see parts of the okay. So this is a sort of a memory game. Okay. This is easy. Oh. Oh. This one, and the one next to it, to the right. I did it! It's got 10 coins for that. Way to go. Yep, thank you. You know, it's funny, because going back to some of these mini-games years and years later, there's some mini-games where I think I'm maybe better at them because I'm more talented at video games. But then there's some where I'm not good at them anymore, and I'm like, are my reflexes not as fast anymore? Like, for some of these, it's an interesting mix of, Yeah, I think this one's just a stick rotation game. He's trying to light the light bulb up before the ghost gets him. And he lit it up just in time. The ghost was just about to get Mario, and he would have lost the game there. Yay, Slot Car Derby. No, this is a game... I had the real-life version of this in my basement when I was a kid. And we'd have to put our dog upstairs because he'd get... like I said before, he'd get so mad when he saw me and my brother playing with these slot cars. He'd bark at us. He was pissed. He was like... He would snap at us a little bit, like, you stop that right now. And then he'd run upstairs and bark to Mom, like, you know, Mom, get down here. The boys are using dark magic. You have to stop them. You know, they're gonna get hurt. They're gonna summon a demon if you don't stop them from playing with these evil toys, because they're moving by themselves. And anything that moves on its own is evil. We had another toy called Zoom Ball, which was like this plastic football on 2 strings with handles. And if you open it up, it would make the ball zoom to the other side. And, oh, my dog hated that. He was going to kill that thing. And he was going to kill us for playing with it. I make him sound like he's such a violent dog. He was just very pissed, like you kids stop that nonsense. Also, spinning tops he hated. Anything that moved without our hands being on it, he was not a fan of. Aha, Peach, you got owned. Poor Mario, he hasn't gotten a single star. Alright. And for another 4-player game, we only have a couple of mini games left here. Buried Treasure. Is this a MASH? I think this is a MASH A game, right? Let's see. Uncover the hidden arrows, try to find the treasure, press A repeatedly to dig. Rocks are harder to dig through. I'm surprised they even let you dig through them at all. Hidden arrows show the way to the treasure chest. Okay, the advice in this case was just flat out saying what the rules. Okay, so there's only one treasure. Oh, Peach just... What do you... Peach, why did you go away from it? That was bizarre. A human player would not have made that mistake. She partially uncovered it and then just started to dig out in the opposite direction. Well, thank you, Peach. The last 2 turns. One, 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yeah, I don't even need... Wait a second. Did I lose a... I thought for some reason I thought I bought 2 am I confusing me having bought a star in the previous game that I had to abandon? Is that what's going on there? I'm a little confused. Mushroom. Okay, this is one of the classic Mario Party minigames right here. Now, they sort of rethemed this Mario Party 2 to be like that you're walking across platforms in like a molten metal steel plant kind of thing. Now, the key to playing this like a real stinker is to stand right on the edge of the mushrooms so that the other players have less of a chance of being able to make it in time. Almost able to stop Mario from getting on, but... Wow, 2 down in 1 turn. In 1 cycle, or however you want to put it. Oh, and Peach wins. Last turn, last mini game. You know, this is going to be one we come to back to a lot, so I have enough coins to steal. You know what? No, there's still coins. Because if I steal a star, I get a star, but I'll have less coins going. I don't think you get, in Mario Party 2, you do get coins. You get, like, you buy the stars for 20 coins, and you get credited 50 coins each at the end of the game. I think you either don't get credit for the stars, or I just wouldn't be adding more, because I'm thinking of my coin total back on the main, like, the main menu of the game, and not just my coin total for this one match. So, last minigame, Box Mountain Mayhem. What's this one? Let's see. Break the mountain of stacked boxes. You can find coins inside. There are also womp blocks that bounce you back when you attack them. Say so. I like how they say attack and not punch. I guess punch sounded too violent. Oh! Of course Oh, I got a big... Okay, I think I got at least a couple of those. Let's see how many coins I got at the results screen. And no, I'm not dropping any frames, so we're good there. I think I'm gonna win. This is gonna come. Let's see how the bonus stars play out. Because I do think I got at least one. Yoshi. Oh, Yoshi's ahead right now. I need bonus stars in order to win. I have the most coins. So here's the bonus. The game star. This goes to the player to collect the most coins in mini games. That's Mario. There's a real literal edge of my seat kind of moment here. The coin star. The player who collected the most games throughout the game. That's Luigi. So now I have 2 stars. Mario has 1 star. Happening star. Okay, Yoshi got the happening star. That said, he wins. Yoshi wins. And all the other characters just sort of act like puppets with their strings cut. Congratulations, Yoshi. Now the stars have been collected. What will happen on this board? Yay, the rainbow is back. Yeah, something mean-spirited would always happen to the player in 4th place in the aftermath of all these stages. I forgot about that. And so I kind of forget how these coins are dealt back into my main, Yeah! Oh, wow! I forgot about those little animations, that little Yoshi tongue animation. I forgot all about that. Huh. That's interesting. So stars are counted separately from coins. So, oh, we got a different map. We got a different... Okay, that's interesting. Alright. So, I guess that pretty much does it for this stream. I'll be back on a week from today, Wednesday the 9th. I'd probably be playing this weekend, but I've got stuff to do. And for those interested on my About page, you have my schedule for the rest of the month. Actually, let me go ahead and take a But one thing that I will be doing for sure is I will be playing Pokemon Violet the day it comes out, and I look forward to streaming that for a while. But I'll be mixing it up with other things too. And before then, I'll be playing Pokemon Puzzle League and another game that I mentioned earlier in the stream. So I am going to, yeah, I guess I'll send you over to the Bread Ghost, who's playing Yu-Gi-Oh! The Eternal Duelist Soul for Game Boy Advance. I didn't have this game back when it came out, and I was, fortunately, the clique of nerds I used to hang with actually still let me be with them, even though I didn't have Yu-Gi-Oh! Eternal Duelist Soul. So I'll see you next time, and thank you for watching.